I think it's important to find joy in the sense of you have to find your community and find a sense of self. I think joy to me is being able to recognize that you're valuable and you're worth this existence and taking up space. And so for me, like, finding joy is basically finding yourself and being content in it. I'd like to introduce my band. We've got Alex Olson on keys. Yes. We got Jacob Thompson on the drums. We got Daniel Young on the guitar. And we got Chris Walton on the bass. I'm Barefoot Chandy, and this song is called Resilient Child. Let's sing it. Up tall, with your feet firm to the ground. Face your demons. Evil can bring you down. Resilient child, mama. You'll be proud to see your baby withstand and walk, braving stormy nights and dark clouds. Nobody like you, child. You try and try, and give a little time to find how you shine and shine and shine, shine. So bright, so bright. Give you a little time to find how you make it all worthwhile. And start a life. Star bright, and every star that I see tonight, I think about you. Little child, big trials, a little feet to swing over concrete tiles. I pray for you. I think my favorite thing about being an artist and a performer is being able to do the thing that I love and the thing that I need to, which is music. It's like a necessity to me. But to have that necessity come out and that feeling come out and being able to express it, and for other people to say, and for other people, it resonate with other people as well, and for other people to accept it um, and to connect with me. I'm just so grateful that I can do this and that y'all are listening and connecting and it resonates within you and we can have a conversation. Yeah. Do more than break your bones, but I had my superpower to leave my body, but it came with the kryptonite that left a mark on my soul. Thank God I survived. I'm here alive, but left alone with no control. I did not know how to possess my earthly home. The memories were lost, tears were stolen from my face. Lord, I wanna be here again. I need to know, I need to know, need to know. I need to know what it means to be.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. What an incredible performance by my brother Barefoot Chandy. What's up, everyone? My name is Tim Hall, and I will be hosting our Q&A with the guest of honor today. Thank you so much for those who are returning with us for the Amplify the Soul series. And welcome, welcome, welcome to everyone who is just joining us. Real quick, I got to give a shout out to my team, BAMS Fest. And for those who may not know who BAMS Fest is, we are a nonprofit organization that breaks down the racial and social barriers to arts, music, and culture across Greater Boston. We celebrate and support both artists and audiences with an emphasis on Black and Brown voices, perspectives, and artistry. And what you just experienced was our Amplify the Soul series. You might ask, what is Amplify the Soul? It is our summer-long digital concert series focused on Black joy, making connections and building community for music lovers and culture seekers and everyday people just like yourselves. So welcome and thank you so much. I have my brother Barefoot Chandy here joining us for our Q&A. How are you doing?
I am buzzing right now. I just like feel so much love and energy. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy.
Awesome. You should. You put on an incredible performance. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bams First, for letting me have that space and just letting me just, do my thing. I am completely grateful. Incredibly grateful. Yeah.
Word. Well, yo, let's jump into this. It's been quite some time. Actually, the last time I saw you was or connected with you was during COVID in a recording session. And COVID's impacted many of us in so many different ways. How have you been during this past year and a half?
It's been a struggle, but I've been able to like rely on relationships. My album was completely crowdfunded by people who supported me like through the pandemic. Like when we were planning on doing the crowdfunding thing, and then the pandemic hit, and all of a sudden I was just like, oh gosh, like should I even go forward with this?
Mm,
And um, but no, I've realized that relying on other people and relying on your community and having community is the thing that helped me get through it. When pandemic
mm,
hit, the first thing what we got was an email from our landlord telling us you have 5 days to leave, right? They were about to like evict us because they were like afraid of all the graduate students living in like a living around each other. And we're like, we
Wow.
won't have homes. Like all of us like signed leases and whatnot, but like it was just rocky because like all that whole security piece just fell apart. We didn't musicians everywhere. Like we lost gigs, and that was my first. This was my first gig after a year of being within the pandemic and not doing anything live. So yeah,
Wow. Wow. Thank you, one, for sharing your story, and sorry that that's something you had to experience during COVID. And it's unfortunate that you are among the many people who
yeah,
messages like that and um, had to pivot in a very frantic and traumatic way, unfortunately. And we're thankful that you're still here with us, that you're still holding up strong, you're doing your thing. And
yeah. You
like your
can't tell
lyrics, you
resilient.
don't have to do this alone. You don't have to do this alone.
Exactly, exactly.
Word, word, word. Well, for folks who may not know you, who and know about your roots and so forth, who is Barefoot Chandy, and how did music find its way to you?
Okay, Barefoot Chandy. A lot of people, when I told my brother this name, he was just like, "That just sounds like a hippie name. Like, who are you?" And it's actually very, very connected to my roots. I was born into a Pentecostal family, like two Pentecostal missionary pastors in Bahrain. And one of the things that I did when I like led worship in the church was like I would take off my shoes and like lead worship barefooted, and that was just to signify like the presence of God and the Creator. And so when I started doing music outside of the church, there was a Christian company that was just like, if you want to continue working with us, you can't do that anymore. That's the world. Uh, you've got to like either do this or none of that. Like so, it's just like I was given an ultimatum, right? And I knew I wanted to sing this type of music, and I wanted to sing about my mental health. I wanted to sing outside the four walls of church or whatever. And so I that was when I went to Philly to this bar to do a performance, and I took off my shoes and I went barefoot. I don't know if y'all ever been to Philly, but you don't see a lot of performers performing barefoot on because like
Right.
they will let you know like, ew, like what are you doing? Like who is this kid? Like why
Yeah.
does he have no shoes on? Why do I have to see it?
Right. And they get clowned. They
Like
might clown you on your feet. You gotta deal with a lot of stuff you don't want to deal with.
pedicures. Yeah, yeah. So no, but like it was real for me because I wanted to for me it was like that moment where no matter where I was singing, I was connecting to my spirituality, to my roots, and no matter where I was, I knew like that God was there, and I was giving reverence to it. Like there's no need to be like I'm at this place, and and yeah, so I'm giving reverence to the fact that yeah, I'm in the presence of the creator.
Mm. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. Thank you so much. And I mean, the thing that we get to do to make art, it's a blessing. It's a gift. It's something that to be cherished and to be respected and to be thankful for, that we get to do some of the things that we get to do. Um,
Yeah.
that's amazing. As it relates to BAMS Fest, what would you say is a memorable moment that you can share with us as it relates to maybe an event that you attended or a moment you've had with BAMS Fest?
Oh my gosh. I've had multiple run-ins with BAMS Fest, and it was all through like different communities. So like artists would play, and then I'd be in the crowd, and so I think I met Catherine Morris at my first gig in like my first big gig in Boston,
Mm.
and she heard me play, and she was just like, "Who are you?" It was just like connect,
Big
and like right,
time.
yeah, yeah. It was like right away when I met you, and it was Cliff Notes, like, and everybody around that community, like whoever it was, like the first thing that they did was like, "Excuse me, come inside. Like, let's talk. Let's have you be part of this. And that's the first thing that I would say, like, that I noticed about Bands Fest. It wasn't about like, hey, like, let's elevate ourselves. It was more like, hey, you, like, come up with us, and like, hey, your story and your music, we want people to hear it. And that's what I like. Yeah, that's how I got connected through BAMS Fest, and that's how I heard about BAMS Fest. Super organic. It wasn't like I saw a big billboard somewhere. It was just like organically, y'all were on the ground in events and just, yeah, being part of the community. And so that's how I got involved with BAMS Fest.
Amazing. I think I remember seeing you perform for the first time. It was connected to "If you can feel it, you can speak it." At
Yes.
some point, it was connected to that, and I heard you. I was like, "Holy crap! Who is this person? Like, who are you? Let me talk to him." And it's been a beautiful, um, relationship that I think we've been able to build in friendship, and to see you grow and flourish, and see your vision come to life has been really cool, and to be a part of. And I know that we've been really appreciative to be able to create a platform for your story, for your voice to be heard and to be amplified, and appreciate what you do and what you bring to the community. Um, you talk heavily about mental health and in your art, as well as just your own life, and where the journey that you've had and been on. One, thank you for sharing your story and being vulnerable enough to welcome us into that. And two, how do you take care of yourself? What are some of the things that you do to make sure that you are cared for?
Yeah, I mean, the recently I've been doing a lot of kayaking and biking and doing a lot of walks. But I think therapy has been a huge piece. Like, I talked about mental health for a long, long time, but I went to therapy like a year and a half ago.
Mm.
Like, it's wild because like that was one of the ways that I coped. Like, I tell people my stories, and my wife jokes all the time because in my head my trauma is always like a funny story, just like, oh my gosh, wait till they hear this, they're gonna crack up. And then I just see a room full of people just horrified. And so like I and then so I was that was one of my ways of coping. Music was another. And then I went to therapy, and I've been in therapy for a year and a half, and it's been such a huge shift for me. I've been able to accept more of myself. I've been able to dig deep and find my roots and find strength in my roots. I've been able to like see relationships and yeah, fortify them and nourish them, and it's just been such a positive. So I think that those are the things that I'm doing, like keeping my body active and going to therapy.
Word. Thank you for sharing that. It's so important to find the support that is needed, and just the reminder, the lyric from your song and the music, like, you don't have to do this alone. It's stuck in my head. I feel like it's the perfect message. So for those who are watching, who are listening in, just a reminder to yourself that you don't have to do this alone. There are resources out there for you. There are people who do want to be there for you, who are here to make sure that your story is heard, that you are valued, and the things that you want to work through and need to work through. You have it within yourself, as well as within the various systems of support to get through it. So thank you for sharing that. And how do people follow? Like, how do people support you? What do you need?
Yes.
You got people watching. You got folks here. You never know who's watching. If you need, like, hey, I need $10,000 to build my next album. I need
Yes.
tour support. I need what is it that you as an artist absolutely need? And then how do people follow you? What's coming up next?
I think first off, just like follow my page on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Like just connect with me. It's funny because like I made an artist page on Facebook, like, but I just keep like connecting people on like on my friends. I'm just like y'all are my friends. Like it just feels weird. I don't know that distance. So like for me, it's about building community, and I'm like just be my friend. Let's hang out. I want to hear like artists and build a collective, like or be part of the collective, and just support each other. The other thing is like my first album is being released. It's been crowdfunded by amazing family and friends that they just showed up and they just poured out their resources, and I'm so excited because I'll be going back to the studio and recording my first ever album. And outside of those things, there are merch stuff coming out. There's amazing t-shirts. There's so many ways to support, and I'm still figuring out ways to do that. I'm the worst person when it comes to like being like do this, do that. But like honestly, just connect, and there's things on the horizon, and hopefully I can find more ways to like get people to support me and put
Absolutely.
merch up there. Yeah.
For sure. We will make sure of it. We will make sure
Yes.
of it. Well, yo, Barefoot, thank you so much for being with us. Thank you so much for your story, for your art, for your beautiful music. Everyone, thank you for joining us for Amplify the Soul. It's been an incredible series. We are not done yet, so stay tuned for who we have coming up next week. Again, my name is Tim Hall. Have a great evening. Peace.